Welcome, welcome to a sneak peek into the Ars Electronica Festival. My name is Crystal and I'm the co-producer of the festival and have the pleasure of standing here together with my co-pilot Manuela, who is not just working as a travel agent but also as a coordinator for the festival. The Ars Electronica Festival this year is taking you on a journey to measure the new world. A journey through the Kepler's gardens, which are located in Linz, but at the same time in more than 120 places around the world. Although you currently see us standing into the Ars Electronica Center, unmistakably in front of the yellow stairs, we will take you on a journey to 3 very special places, namely the Adriatic Sea, Moscow, and then to a somewhat bizarre detour to Bangkok. For the first time ever, and despite the current global pandemic, the festival is testing itself as a travel agency. You cannot come to us, so we will come to you. We are currently organizing, together with our partners, gardens that are situated between art, technology, and society. The festival becomes a journey through different ecosystems, to different people, artists, scientists, entrepreneurs, and activists that are currently working on shaping our future. A journey with many committed communities that are currently dedicated to develop, shape, and find solutions, not just to current problems, but also to possible solutions for the many of our futures. Now, Manuela will introduce you to the 3 gardens and their programs, and to give you a first insight on what you can expect in September when you visit our festival online. Please.
Thank you, Crystal, for this nice introduction. Now that some of you have surely become curious how this will look like in a concrete realization, we will start to introduce you to some of our gardens. I will start with the garden Adriatic Sea that is organized and created by Robertina Šebjanič and Gjino Šutić, who are both artists and researchers. They are partners from Ars Electronica for a long time, and this year they have been awarded with a nomination for the Stars Prize for their impressive work, a project among the borders of art and science that is called aquaforensic. Aquaforensic illuminates the invisible pharmaceutical and chemical pollutants, residues of the human consumption that they call monsters in the waters. The project combines art and science as well as citizen science and opens up the discussion about our solidarity and empathy with waters beyond our human perception. It takes us on a journey to the relationship between the microbial seas and humans who are aquaforming the water habitats all around the planet. Robertina is based in Koper in Slovenia and Gjino in Dubrovnik in Croatia. From these 2 locations along the coast of the Adriatic Sea, they are constantly forming their long-term artistic research project. For this year's festival, they not only have created an incredible online program with highlights like a journey into the depth of the Adriatic Sea, artistic underwater soundscapes, an online roundtable with speakers from all around the world, and a lab book that allows us to follow their research work. They are also organizing public events like physical exhibitions, talks and workshops to open up their knowledge to their local audience. Now I would like to hand over to Robertina, who leads us deeper into the concept and the highlights of her garden.
Welcome. I would like to greet you on a journey of Adriatic Garden. Within Adriatic Garden, we would like to give special attention to the value of care, compassion, environmental justice, action-taking, and cooperation with the Adriatic Sea and its creatures. Adriatic Garden, Aquaforensic 2.0, connects two places. Koper in Slovenia, where we will be hosted by PINA, and Dubrovnik in Croatia, where we will be hosted by UR Institute. The project framework is Aquaforensic, ongoing art science research developed by myself and Gjino Šutić. The project sheds light on the presence of invisible anthropogenic pharmaceutical chemical pollutants in water environments. I work as artist and researcher in the field of arts, science, and technology. My work deals with cultural, biopolitical, ecological realities of aquatic environments. Gjino Šutić is a biotechnologist, artist, and educator. He is a founder of UR Institute in Dubrovnik. The program for the Adriatic Garden is focusing on changes and challenges related with the Adriatic Sea. Project Aquaforensic will be possible to see on exhibition in City Gallery in Ljubljana and in UR Institute in Dubrovnik. The citizen science workshops with local audience will focus on the topic of water pollution and climate change. We are also developing a lab book tutorial for workshop Aquaforensic, and we will share our lab book on our online platform. The lab book is done in collaboration with Project Atoll. The workshops will be held in Dubrovnik in UR Institute space and in PINA, Association for Culture and Education, in Koper. Roundtable will connect various points in Adriatic Sea coast and will focus to include the values I had mentioned already prior. The matters of care, kindness, compassion, environmental justice, action-taking and cooperation with the Adriatic Sea and its creatures on human and socio-technological relationships towards the sea with local experts and citizens. The Adriatic Garden online platform will enable audience to immerse themselves into underwater video. We will also invite audience to immerse themselves into soundscapes of underwater and above water sonic wilderness of Adriatic Sea. The sound program is co-curated with Manja Ristić, Marko Vivoda, Gjino Šutić, and myself. We're glad to open this kind of topic, and we are looking forward to think together with all the participants on global and local level of our journey through the ecosystems all over the world, which they will be enabled with this year's Ars Electronica in Kepler's gardens. We're really looking forward to see how and what communities, initiatives, artists, scientists, educators, engineers are working to develop and reshape our future. The world is changing, and the challenge which we have, we should embrace and open the wider discussion about solidarity and empathy with waters beyond the human perception.
Thank you, dear Robertina, for this incredible journey into the ocean. I cannot help myself, but I wish I could jump into the water right now. But let's continue our journey to probably a little colder place, a place that appeared in the last weeks in the media quite often, to Russia and its capital, Moscow. Here, the curators and organizers, Helena Nikonole and Olga Watt, that are that appeared at the festival already many different times, will take us into the topics of their garden. They are going to explain us a project that is dedicated to data sets versus mindsets and explores the post-Soviet exploration of digital tools and control means of society. I mean, all of us experience this every day, that the tools that we are using and the processes around us that are digitized, and that they become data sets that can be analyzed then through different algorithms. It is no secret anymore that those algorithms are very often biased. What Olga and Helena have put together is an incredible exhibition as well as an extensive panel that will take place in Moscow as well as online, and that would take us along the topics of controlled societies through digital tools. And they will invite especially artists that are working with those tools, that are highlighting them in their artistic context, in their scientific context, and showing us especially the ones that are related to this post-Soviet era through the means of artistic practices from artists that come out of those countries, not just Russia, but also Croatia and the post-Soviet countries. The really interesting and fascinating part of the project is actually that there is an interactive moment that you can experience this exhibition live. So through your own web browser, by looking at the camera, you get a camera that in the end reads your facial expressions. You will be guided through that exhibition based on your facial expressions. And I will not try to explain this now, but I will give Olga and Helena the word to talk about their projects themselves. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Welcome. Hello from Moscow.
Hi there.
We are Helena Nikanole and Olga Vat, independent curators, and we are very happy to be part of Ars Electronica festival this year. Thank you so much for the invitation.
We are now in the Botanical Garden of the Moscow State University. This is one of the oldest Russian universities and a cultural and scientific center, and it's also a prominent architectural point. Together we are working on the project Datasets versus Mindsets, Post-Soviet Explorations of the Digital Control Society. And this project is devoted to the idea of what happens when digitalization meets post-Soviet mentality.
Digitalization in different spheres of life: healthcare, politics, culture, shopping, so on and so on. And of course, we talk about digital control. So the project consists of three main parts. Exhibition. It takes place in Electromuseum. It's the only one cultural institution in Russia, in Moscow, that has a focus on new media arts. We have a performative program. It happens in Powerhouse, a very important spot for local independent music community. And we have online conference. We invited Russian-speaking thinkers from all over the world. And we have 15 projects by artists from post-Soviet countries.
An online platform is really important to us, and also this online part of the project, because we are exploring this surveillance state from our curatorial perspective also online. That's why we are developing this website, which basically allows our online visitors to have this unique user experience, and which is based on facial recognition system. So it works like when you connect to our website, you can give access to your camera, to the camera of your device, and then you can control and navigate through the site through this interactive interface using your the expression of your face.
What has to be done is actually a core philosophical question in Russian culture, first legitimized by Russian writer Nikolai Chernyshevsky in the middle of the 19th century. So his book was about a man of a new era and how to set up a right mindset for a better life. So since that time, we haven't found the answer.
And I also would like to add that from my artistic perspective, because I'm not only a curator but also an artist, and I always thought that to me art is not about giving a direct answer, but more about putting a question, and sometimes it can give some answer, but more in kind of artistic way, with some kind of artistic exploration of some area.
But probably our project could give new perspective on this question, on the question of uncertainty.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Olga, and thank you, Helena. Now that we are at the end of our tour, we are moving a little further east to Bangkok. It's a personal pleasure for me to take care of this garden that is located at a place which many people only know as a tropical holiday paradise. And it's nice to be allowed to extend this picture with an insight into the work of some of the local artists. The garden, which bears the promising name Psych Garden, contains some bizarre surprises in addition to tours to special places and artists. We will dive into a taste-based guided meditation, moving on to the wider world of Thailand through several different journeys exploring life, synthetic biology, geopolitics and geology, and the future of exploration. We will also be able to follow a live-streamed audio installation that gives voice to Thai plants. I would like to introduce you to Jennifer Katanutanand, a bio-new media artist based in LA and Bangkok, who, by the way, sent me a language memo so that I could learn to pronounce her name, and to whom I would like to hand over now.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I am the Ars Electronica Thailand's curator, along with Henry Tan and Pat, who runs Freak Lab, Henry, who runs Tentacles Gallery, and myself. I am a designer and new media artist who works a lot with performance, works a lot with research-driven art, and all about different processes of identity creation and the intersection with media. The work that I'm presenting for Ars Electronica is done in collaboration with two partners, Grace and Sten. We went to the Sari residency in Minamaki, Finland, and to work on a food-based board game, and during that time COVID hit, so we then shifted to working on a piece that is guided by translating sensory experience over the web. And so what you're going to be experiencing is a meditation that takes taste into a way to create more intimacy with strangers.
Hello everyone, I am Jennifer.
Hello, my name is Dan.
So Grace and I were initially working on a food edible board game about food history and creating sensory experiences through a game. And so in part of our research, we were looking at what makes Finland Finland, and sauna. And we would all go to sauna together every night. So we started thinking, okay, what would sauna be as a food? And from there, we started doing these experiments where we put chili in our mouths and to increase the temperature, and then put lemon in right after to decrease it. And so we were trying to turn things around us into food. And this meditation kind of came as evolution of that.
Because where I could connect with your work was really the sensorial experiences. Also then later on when developing the score or the voiceover for the meditation, which steps to take, how to approach touch and smell and all those things. Actually, it felt for me like doing a dance, but in a much smaller environment, which would be the hands, the part of the mouth, the nose, the face, and then inside interior spaces.
Mm-hmm.
What this project is also looking for is how can I stay connected to my feelings and sensation and being in touch with another person who is behind the screen. There is a part where we are within ourselves with my sensation, and then there is a moment with the visual contact and connecting with the other person who is going through the same experience. So there is a very strong sensation of intimacy and also connection, because I can see the other one while still being very much in my sensation since being with the garlic. I'm also thinking that the garlic has such a particular and strong taste, and it's bringing us very much into now, here, what's happening, rather than going into maybes and possible scenarios, which in this uncertain situation was could be feeding into the fear rather than finding stabilities.
You know, I'm really excited about this year's program. As different as it is a turning point in the way that people are going to be consuming art. And I think this is a really great experiment and a really great practice for creating more equal opportunity for distributing new media art around the world. And you know, tune in for the Thai program, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Thank you, dear Jennifer. I can't wait to get some garlic and participate in the meditation myself. Thanks to our partners, and thanks for the inspiring insights in their programs. We are excited to find out more in September and hope that you will follow our journey in the next weeks until the festival, as we are planning to do a weekly program and share different gardens with you. Thanks to the partners that they share their insights and practices and cultural communities that inspire us every day, and the dedication to organize a festival despite the current situation. Thank you for your inspiration and friendship. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next edition of our travel agency. Thank you.